Hi and welcome to this video log with me, Wayne, from swimmingcyclingrunning.com. Today we're going to deal with a topic that is relevant to a lot of swimmers who concentrate on hand movement as opposed to arm movement, and that affects both the way they recover their arm and also the catch that they make in the water. This was very clear with a one-to-one I took recently, so we're going to go to the computer, have a look at what I mean, and then we'll come back and discuss it.
When trying to initiate the catch, a lot of adult swimmers know they have to try and hold the water. So it becomes a little bit natural for them to try and grab the water with the hand as opposed to with the whole arm. So here we have a swimmer grabbing the water with the hand, dropping the elbow. So we're looking at the elbow drop and we're looking at the hand catch the water there. So let's have a look at the other arm come in, and again the hand tries to grab the water. So we're trying to use that as a paddle as opposed to trying to use the whole arm and hand as a paddle. You can see the surface area of each is completely different. That has a much larger surface area than just the hand itself, and that's really what we want to do, but it's a very common problem in a lot of swimmers. So as this swimmer swims down the rest of the length, just look at how little area she's trying to grab the water with. And that's one of her problems and why she can't swim particularly fast. And consistently we see this problem with swimmers who are bringing their hand forward and swimming with their hands as opposed to swimming with their arms. And if we slow this down just a bit, we can see that the swimmer, immediately the hand exits, starts bringing her hand forward. Notice part of her arm is staying stationary, whilst her hand overtakes the elbow and overtakes the shoulder, and the rest of the arm follows the hand. We really should be bringing the arm forward as one. You can see with the other arm the hand starts coming forward and the rest of the arm effectively is stationary in position, whereas the arm should be brought forward effectively as one unit all the way forward to the front of the stroke.
But what is a good shape for a catch? Well, this swimmer's coming in, and let's have a look at the shape that he gets. Now you can see there that we really do have a nice curved shape to that arm, and with the other arm, another not quite as good. We often have one arm not being as good as the other, but that is the shape we're trying to get, and you can see that nice catch on the water, and it's really extended out in front of the body, so that's maximising stroke length, and that's what we want, a really long stroke and a really powerful stroke. So there's two things happening there. The first thing is the willingness to catch the water with the hand, and the second thing is dropping the elbow, so you don't catch the water with that whole forearm. And it proves very difficult for people who are very hand-centric and very elbow-centric in terms of dropping the elbow to actually change from one thing to another. So you have to think of ways in which you can actually make the change and make the movement into the catch quite natural. And the movement into the catch is literally this, there, and turn the elbow up. And all that happens is the elbow turns up, and as you can see, the catch position is easily reached. But people find that very difficult to do. They find it very difficult to rotate the elbow without also completely rotating the shoulder. And completely rotating the shoulder moves the hand into the wrong position. You can see that there. So the elbow moves, the shoulder simply rotates. It doesn't unhinge itself to move sideways. And that is quite difficult. And it's difficult to get into, and it's very difficult to get into in the water when you're actually trying to swim. Now I have a Swiss ball next to me, and a Swiss ball about this size is perfect for practicing getting into that catch position. If I put my arm over the ball and just rest my hand flat against it, that's the position I effectively want for the catch. You'll notice my elbow, if you can see it, is pointing to the ceiling. And if I rest my arm there, that's exactly what I've got, and I can just relax my shoulder and I can get into that position. Now if I keep on coming into that position there, I'll eventually get used to holding that catch, and you can do that out the water with both arms just to get used to, just to train your muscle, get some muscle memory to get into that catch position. Now the exercise you can do in the pool to correct this to a large extent is doing single arm with a pull buoy or a kickboard like this. And you just single arm, rotate to the opposite side, and as you're rotating, get into that nice catch position. Now you'll notice the hand is pointing down, but you're trying to move the arm as one if you can. Get into that catch position, drive it through, and repeat. Change arms at the end of the length, do the other arm, and practice that arm. Now it takes a long while to actually retrain your muscle memory to do that, but it is so worth persevering that it really is worth even slowing down for a few weeks and making absolutely sure you really nail that catch position, and instead of being hand-centric, be arm-centric. Now as I say, that takes time, but let's just have a look at the swimmer doing single arm with pull buoy that we were trying. And you can see a slight difference in the way she's doing it. We'll explain what she's doing wrong and right, and hopefully we'll just then come back and discuss it a little further. Now when you first start doing a drill, it can be difficult to get it right, and here's a common error that happens when you're trying the single arm with pull buoy or kickboard drill. Now you can see this swimmer's not rotating to the other side, but what we do have is a nice shape of the arm. If you look, we've got that arm is trying to get that catch position, which is really nice, but the hips, if we look, are not rotating even to the level. Yeah, we need those hips rotating to the opposite side if we're going to maximize our reach, and if we're going to maximize our catch, and if we're going to maximize our stroke length. That'll enable us to swim faster, so we're going to persevere and see what happens as we try this again and again. Now with time, slowly but surely, we'll start extending to the other side, and you can see that there. There's a really nice extension to the opposite side. So effectively the hips are now on that angle to the wall instead of being flat, or even worse, pointed the opposite way. And as we extend, we can get more reach, and as we get more reach, we can hold the water further out and then drive it back to extend our stroke. Now it'll take time to do this, but it's well worth persevering, and you can see this is a nice rotation to both sides, one side then the other side, and you do have to do that when you're swimming, so this is a really good effort in a very short time. And we can see from the other side we have that same rotation, not quite as good a catch because the elbow is still trying to stay low. You can see that's still trying to stay low, so we're still trying to catch with a hand, but we have much more rotation to both sides. It will take time, but that will come. So without making a proper catch, you're going to swim slower and with more effort for less distance than you will otherwise. Holding a catch can initially feel really tiring because you're holding a lot of water on that underarm, and as you pull your arm back, remember, you're pulling your arm back, not your elbow back. If you pull your elbow back, you will drop that elbow. As you've seen, it's not easy to get it right first time, but persevering and really practicing getting into that position, especially with that Swiss ball, will help you and will make you a far better swimmer. And that position you get into in every single stroke, breaststroke, butterfly, and effectively backstroke, we do exactly the same thing. As I say, that's a really common problem, so hopefully that has helped you. If it has, please give a thumbs up, subscribe, and if you want to have notifications whenever we load a new video, just ring that bell. Okay, thanks very much for watching. See you next week.